Pips pay my bills. Pips pay my bills. Pips pay my bills.
Now here's the thing. So now let's look at Fibonacci this week according to you. You identify a trend and you want to participate in it. All right, let's just back test this, and let's just keep going back until, you know, and see how many win, how many lose. Also, not just how many win, how many lose, but if we even get a chance to get into the trade. So let's monitor that. So here's your low point. And then price makes a all right, you see these higher lows. All right. So let's go with, how do we want to do this? So we identify the trend pretty much from here to here, right? We pretty much know it's an uptrend because it didn't make a lower low, right? You with me? So let's say we found it right here. So what I want you to do is I want you to pull out the Fibonacci, and it's going to be different for a sell. So that's why we need to take our time with this. So pull out a Fibonacci, and you want to go from this high point to this low point. Okay? Because you got to act like none of this is here. All right? And now the mindset changes, because when you pull out this high point to this low point, you're going to say, usually you're looking at this sell at the golden zone, but really you're looking for to participate in this trend. You want it to break above structure again. So if you can identify that this is an uptrend, you want it to break above here. We getting in right there. This one, we want to get back into the trend using the Fibonacci. So now you can see how, as we continue to keep going over these week by week, you can put these together. Because now you can be like, okay, price, you know, is an uptrend. It breaks above the golden zone. We take a buy, but then here's the supply zone up here. So now you can refer back to what I taught about the supply zone and make a decision. Do you want to take sales from up there? Do you want to just take profit and reassess? Like, what do you want to do? But you got the knowledge to put it all together now. So you see that? This is trading with the trend. You want to get back into it. All right. Now, so the demand zone, I literally showed you last week how to get in down here. But guess what, team? Come on, let's just be real. When we're back testing, it looks good in theory. And you can actually do it, but the chances are that you're going to catch these all the time is slim. Sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes you're going to be like, you don't trust it. You're not going to trust getting in for a buy down here. You want to wait and see. So if you want to wait and see, then what's the next level? The next level is going to be getting in above this golden zone. So wait and see, let it break above all of this stuff. You're going to have an easier time. Yes, I know it's not the best entry point. You know, the best one was down here, but you didn't have the confidence to take it on this day, on this trade, for an example. So then you have to wait, because you don't want to be getting in the middle of all of this. This is the middle area. So this is the area where you want to be careful at. Right here. Sometimes it all depends on your level, because sometimes the market can show you a pattern that looks great and then you can take it. And sometimes it's not. Okay, so it's just going to be dependent on your level. Now, if you really study the last week's class and you see what I was showing you with this on the 30-minute chart, this is a higher level. This is a higher level entry. Okay, this is definitely not a beginner going to pull that off. But I got to help everybody. Okay, so now let price come up here. Now, guess what? Okay, yeah, you are higher up, but you're higher up back around structure though. That's the good part about it. You're higher up, but you're higher up to the next structure level. So you're at the bottom of the next structure level. Yes, you are higher than down here, but you're not in the middle of anything. You're at the low point of the next structure level. So if you are going to get in later, higher up, make sure it's at the beginning of the next structure level. That's what this golden zone do for you. That's where it puts you in at when you wait for it like this. So you identify that it's an uptrend because of these low points here. This is higher. You pull out that Fibonacci from up here, drag it down here to this low point, and then you wait till price break that golden zone. And now, because you waited for it to break something, it was holding, it broke something, which is the golden zone, and you're at that structure level, you're not going to have too much of a problem making that money. Yes, you had to wait for it, but you're not going to have that much of a problem catching your pips because you with the momentum. So that's why I like it. Don't downplay that part of it. All right. Now, again, if you want to put this high point to this low point, that allowed you to get in. Now, look, how many pips is that? Okay, that's 40 pips. If you catch 15, if you catch 30 of it, it just depends on your level, which you can handle holding, for a period of time. So that's up to you, which how strong you can, or how strong you are to hold it. All right. But it will work in your favor. You will get yours. I'm just really trying to paint this picture of how you can put all this stuff together over time. And I just feel like, man, this stuff is worth going over, like, for real. So it ended up going higher. So let's try it again. So you remember we had this low point, and then it made a higher one, and then it just pulled back and made another higher one. It didn't make a lower low. It made a higher low. So again, since you identify that this is an uptrend, what do? You pull out that Fibonacci again. Remember, you got plenty of time. That whole drop happened. You had plenty of time. So you're going to go from this high point to this low point because we're trying to get. All right, let me tell you the reason why. The reason why you're going to do it is because you're going to go from this high point to this low point because you want this Fibonacci to be far away as possible. So you can trust it when price break it. All right. Now, what's the flip side to it? What if you go from backwards, low to high? The Fibonacci is closer. You see, it's closer. Let me do the opposite. All right. So you can see it. I want it to be far away. So I can trust that, and then I need to make sure that it's at a structure level too, right? Don't forget about that. But do you get that part why I put the Fibonacci, how I'm placing it and understanding like the reason behind it? You're in an uptrend. Price ends up pulling back. All right. You're in an uptrend. You identify the uptrend. All right. Because it's making these low points. They're not making lower lows. Price ends up pulling back. Right. It pulls back. Go from this high point to the low point. And that Fibonacci that golden zone is going to be further away than where price is down here. And that gives you lets you be able to see that structure being broken. All right. Just comment below. Let me know if you need me to slow that down a little bit more. So then what I was saying was you want to make sure you pull it back to make sure that it's around structure. If it's not around structure, or if it's a little off, then it's your job to straighten it out, put it around structure. It might be close to it, but it's going to get you in the vicinity. Now you just have to bring it up. It's where you need to put it to. I'll put it right here. From like these wicks right here to the bodies right here. So I'll say that's good enough right there. And then price ends up breaking it over here. It gave you a few little pullbacks. And then that was it. And then it was gone. And that's the nature of GU. GU is once it break a structure level, it's gone. A lot of the time. So it did pull back a couple times. It didn't really touch the golden zone exactly. But come on, it came close enough, team. You can't be like saying I'm gonna miss that because it's close enough. That's close enough. But nothing is guaranteed. It's just about what wins a lot, what puts you in the right position. What brings the market to you? So you can see, okay, the market is holding here and it's coming to me here. This is going to be a great momentum trade like that. What type of trading methods put you in those positions? That's how you're going to win a lot. Because you ain't going to win all the time, but that's how you'll win a lot. So this one helps you trade with the trend. So I just reversed it. This one allows you to get back in up here. Can you see that? The way I showed you today. This was the pullback, the high point. We identified that it's an uptrend. Here's the high point. Here's the low point. And then we put the Fibonacci from the 1 to the 2 point. I'm just making that up. And then wait for it to break that golden zone. And then we just looking for a retest. Boom, we take it. It's a smoother ride. And you're not in a rush. You got time. I feel like it's a great method for real.